Tonight, two teams that have had great success, the kind of battle that could have future ramifications. Kenny, these teams may have to play each other again down the road in the playoffs. How can they set the tone here?
Oh, send a message. Even if you got to write it and give it to the ball boy to take down to the other bench, you send that message that we're here to play, and this is how it's going to be today, tomorrow, and in the future.
And as a player, you look forward to these matchups, Ernie, because as a team, you learn where you guys stand against the best.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
It's a Western Conference matchup as the Los Angeles Lakers come into town in this game. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. This game in Sacramento marks the start of a homestand for the Kings. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
And it's in your DNA. You come up against a natural rival, you're going to be a little bit salty.
Yeah, some of the fellas will say, this is just like any other game, but the truth is, nah, it isn't.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, Luke Walton played 10 seasons in the NBA, but it wasn't until near the end in 2011 that he started to consider coaching. Walton says, I never thought about it until I hurt my back. Now, while he was out of action, Phil Jackson invited him to sit in on the coaches' meetings. Walton said, I realized that I liked that side of the game. Kevin, he succeeded Phil Jackson as head coach of the Lakers. Back to you.
It definitely did, David. He won titles when he played for the Lakers. Now he'll try to bring that winning mindset back to L.A. And Chris, as the season gets going, a lot of players start having lengthy road trips. Just how hard is it to play on the tail end of, say, a 5, 6, or a 7-game trip?
It is terrible. You miss the comforts of home, sleeping in your own bed, eating your own food, your habits, being on the road. You just miss all the good things about home, your family, and things like that. But you have to love these trips. One, if you're a player, because they set up time for chemistry. It's the most time you get to spend with your teammates. You really get to bond and get to know who each other are. Secondly, it takes a toll on that team. It wears you down. It sets you up for failure when you come home. And what's great about that is every team has to go through it.
Right.
So this is NBA. It has to be the hardest league, the hardest schedule. And so it's tough, but, that's what we do as players in this league. And so I love it because everyone does it. And I've always said that sports is so fair because it's unfair to us all. And that's an unfair part of the game, but you got to get through it. You got to battle it, and you got to get through it.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The big men are Nance and Lopez. Wells is out there with ball, and it's Chapman in at the small forward position. Here's Nurkic. Count that one.
From the playmaking from Hill, he just gives them what they need.
Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against the Portland Trail Blazers.
Really an intimidating style of defense. I mean, they challenged everything at the rim, and that led them to victory.
That was a big-time block party. Even several shots they didn't even get a hand on were effective.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
He feeds it to Durant. Screen by Nurkic. Durant kicks to Hill. From outside, off the mark.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that one. He gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Now, here's Ball. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Warriors in Oakland.
Yeah, but what about the passing? Crisp, decisive. He racked up a ton of assists, impacted the game in a number of ways.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
It's Durant on the wing, covered by Chapman, and that one's good. Durant.
But it's not always shots from deep that Durant will beat you with. He'll eat you up with the mid-range game as well.
Chapman the pass to Nance. Ball dishes to Lopez. Lopez missing again. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Durant. Screen by Nurkic. Jackson in the corner. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Lakers trail. Wells kicks to Nance. Now, here's Ball. He's tightly guarded. Here's Wells. Shot clock reset for the Lakers. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the threes and the twos last season for the Lakers.
And their offense centered around the three-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
Now Hill, after the missed three from Shammy Wells. Hill passes to Jackson. Nurkic setting the pick for Jackson. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Jackson. Durant's got 5 now.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Dishes it to Wells. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Chapman. Can't throw it down with one hand.
Great aggressiveness, attacking the hoop with reckless abandon. Just this time to dump by here.
Hill dishes to Jackson. Ilyasova kicks to Jackson. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play. Maybe the charge call, but guys never think they're removed.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for the captain. First in scoring, first in rebounding.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. And it's blocked. And it's the Lakers on the brink to stop the run. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kevin Durant. Lakers shooting the first 2 throws of this one.
And they had all season from the free throw line.
shots. Hoop shots.
That free throw, good from Chapman. Fox, he's checked in for Sacramento. Free throws good from Chapman.
Once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count him.
The Kings leading.
You know, the one thing I love about Sacramento is that the fans are some of the best in the league. They know the game. This is a basketball town. The Kings are the only team of the four major sports in town. The fans have pure passion when it comes to supporting them. There's a great fan that we call Sign Lady. She makes a sign for every game. She's been there for many years, and there's so many great fans like her. What's up, Sign Lady?
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now the pass to Lopez. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These two guards are the most accurate in the league. Fifth, Shammy Wells.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
Oh, as a coach or a teammate, you want to leave him out there as long as you can so that he can ride that hot streak until he needs a breather.
And here is Fox after the three-pointer from Shammy Wells. Kicks to Hill. Screen by Nurkic. Hill passes to Nurkic. Some solid defense from Chapman. Lakers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Here's Wells. And that one comes up a bit short.
D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost them.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And checking out Sacramento, they're 7th best in the conference.
And I think for Sacramento, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
And it's surprising because good teams usually feast on those chances to move up in the standings. They haven't appeared truly hungry to want to be a top team in this league.
Now, Nurkic, after the missed 3 from Chapman, he gets that one.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Oh, come on. He's fluid from that medium range. He gets everything working together.
Now, here's Lopez. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Warriors in Oakland. Nance a screen. Pocket 6. Right at the free throw line. Ball no good.
Give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good run.
Outside Hill. Got a piece of it.
You gotta like seeing Wells get up and block shots, showing a real desire to improve at this facet of the game. How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
And here is Hill, following Lonzo Ball's 3. And there's the call on Shammy Wells. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Some changes for Sacramento. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Nurkic. Randolph comes in for Ilyasova. Rajon Rondo subbed in for George Hill. Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
And it's important for Cauley-Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
Now, here is Knight. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Chapman. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Now here's Jackson after the miss from Chapman. Here's Rondo. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
No doubt about that. It's a bonus anytime you can get Rondo to knock down those contested jump shots. Great focus there on the finish. And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And Stevenson's checked in for the Lakers.
What's up?
Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on the team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing that they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, you know, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like yourself.
Excellent inside move. He beats the defense to the punch.
Here's Chapman, guarded by Jackson. Chapman, the pass to Kuzma. The shot off that time. Some solid defense from Randall. Kings leading now by 3. Fox with it. He had 10 points in the win against Portland.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
Sacramento shooting their first free throws here tonight. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Ilyasova out there with Durant. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Hill. And it's Fox in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the captain in the last game against the Warriors was superb. He finished with 39 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. Very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while. And you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that high, it takes a while to prove it.
Yeah, he was special. The biggest challenge for him tonight is that the defense will be ready for him. They saw what he did in the last game, just like the rest of them.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. Talk about compiling your coaching resume in a hurry. Luke Walton in his first year as an assistant wins a title. And in year 2 as interim head coach, leads the Warriors to the best start in league history.
Well, it's all about timing and grace. 24-0 start. With Walton at the helm, they went 39-4. It catapulted him to the front of the line among head coaching candidates.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Kings trail by 6. Hill kicks to Fox. To the inside. Here's Ilyasova, and he lays it straight in. Ilyasova's got 6 here in this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Ball kicks to Well. Lopez a screen. Here's Chapman, defended by Durant. Chapman, that's good. Chapman's got the lead up to 6 now for the Lakers.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Screen by Nurkic. Hill kicks to Nurkic. Over Lopez. That misses off the backboard.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
For Sacramento, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Durant with it. Now guarded by Chapman. Ilyasova dishes to Nurkic. Outside Hill. Shoots over Ball. That's tipped.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Now Fox. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Hill drives in, and the shot goes in. Hill's got his first bucket of the night.
Taking what the defense gives him. I mean, that time Hill got right to the rim.
Wells kicks to Nance. To the wing on the left. Ball with a wide open look. A 3 off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Durant for 3. That shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
And they tried to adjust, but every play they ran got countered by a better one. Float is a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
And Chris, when you played, you were known as a guy your size who could rip and run, take it coast to coast. You look around the league now, who are some of the best big men ball handlers?
Oh, you love it. If you get that board, you got to be able to take it, speed up the offense. We've seen Draymond just have a field day doing it with all the players on his team that could knock it down and score. Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis. You've even seen Paul Millsap and Julius Randle do it a little bit. So I love the fact that if you can get that forward and push it, it makes it easier because you don't have to go for the outlet. You can actually find that point guard, that 2-guard in transition, and let them score, and you be the facilitator.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
You're right. They are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing. That's all good stuff.
Again, missing Hill.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Chapman. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
Yeah, but what about the passing? Crisp, decisive. He racked up a ton of assists, impacted the game in a number of ways.
Here's Ball. Back to Lopez. Nurkic with the block. Here's Durant. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And when you watch Kevin Durant, perhaps the most astounding thing about him, C-Web, is just how easy he puts up points. He does it in a number of ways, and sometimes it's quiet, and sometimes it's gigantic and loud. But, you know, Chris, the points are always there for him.
Well, look, he's going to go down as one of the best scorers ever to play. I mean, it's kind of strange to say that Durant is overlooked in his ability to score by some. But I'm not sure if we'll ever see another player like Durant for quite some time.
Now, here's Wells. He's got 11, just 5 on the clock. Over Fox. Wells' shot is good. Wells has got 4 this quarter.
He's reason number 1 there in front. I mean, his shooting has been almost flawless.
Now, here is Hill. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Portland. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Kevin Durant. L.A. has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Chapman the pass to Ball. Here's Chapman. Lopez a screen. And here is Wells. 24-point outing in their last game against Golden State. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Wow, he had a rough first quarter, but he didn't let it get him down. He's gotten off to a hot start in this second period.
The Lakers have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Sacramento making a switch here. Rondo's checked in.
Trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
The Kings trail by 5. The dish to Nurkic. On the wing, Hill. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Sneaky veteran drive. Hill's going to get the bucket. Get fouled or both.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Both free throws good from Hill.
Well, after getting to the stripe in the first quarter, he's definitely been more assertive driving inside.
Wells kicks to Nance. Here's the screen. Lakers passing it around. The feed to Wells. Lopez, a screen on Hill. Shoots off the screen. No good off the front iron. The Kings trail by 3. Passes it to Rondo. Screen by Nurkic. Outside Hill. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 10 points for George Hill.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, I mean, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
Here's Chapman, defended by Durant. Lopez outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Lopez has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Rondo kicks to Nurkic. Screen by Nurkic. Outside Hill. But they recover it. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And how about the intensity there by Rondo on the backboard? Awesome at timing when to go get it.
Well, a few things have become clear with Rondo in the past few seasons. One, Greg, he needs to be happy with his situation in order to be productive. And two, he can give you big numbers at times, but he isn't the player he once was on that Celtic team.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's such a hard-headed guy and has his own way of approaching things. If you clash with him, everything goes up in flames with his game. He needs to be on the same page with his coach, and he's running out of coaches who will put up with it.
The free throw drops for Rondo.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Picked by Randall. Pass to Chapman. There's the screen. Goes up off the pick. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, yeah, and you have to give him credit, too. Makes the right read, go straight to the rim.
Here's Jackson. after the basket by the Lakers. Outside Durant, Nurkic. Second chance shot. Chapman with the rebound.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, I mean, it's not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass. Play the role of a facilitator.
Here's Kuzma. 8 points his last outing. Randall kicks to Wells. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And a look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for Fox.
He hasn't been nearly as effective a passer these past few months, and that's unfortunate because when he's passing it well and the assists are coming, he is a much more complete player. It's something he has to be thinking about.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 5. Here is Durant. Fader on the way. No good that time. Nice D from Chapman. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Laker lead.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Rondo with the ball. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Screen by Nurkic. Durant for 3. That shot is off. Pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, you have scored very efficiently in the first half, so what has the mindset been?
Well, you know, I've tried to stay aggressive when I have the ball and not to get baited into taking a bad shot. And as long as I keep attacking and not settling for the bad looks, then I'll be effective on the offensive end. And we have a great offense, you know, as a team, and I'm just trying to do my part within it.
Well, you guys are working together, and it's paid dividends so far. Thanks. Guys?
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. Been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the third quarter starting here now. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to. Just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. The big men are Nance and Lopez. All out there with Wells, and it's Chapman in at the 3 spot.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark. Brook Lopez can score in the post, and he might be just as valuable working from the elbow and running in that pick and pop action.
Now here's Durant. Hill sets the screen for Durant. Nurkic up top. Lopez covering. Jackson has the open look. Drains the 3-pointer. Jackson's got 6.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
And Brook Lopez with the ability to face up and great post up.
High post or low. I mean, his passing and shooting ability give him that versatility. He is a load to handle for defense.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Over to the left wing. Chapman the pass to Lopez. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Lopez has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here is Hill. 10 points for him. There's Jackson with the 3. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Jackson's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Sacramento. Durant kicks to Hill. He dishes it to Jackson. Here's Nurkic. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. 8 points for him.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Wells kicks to Nance. Here's Chapman. 18 points for him. Back to Nance. Jacks up a 3. That shot, no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. Ron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall. I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. DA, thank you.
And it's just encouraging to watch Wells come up with the steal there. Definitely an area of his game that he continues to work on.
Hill kicks to Nurkic. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Nance with some nice D. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 5 points so far.
Now, this is exactly the start they wanted to this half. They've only missed 1 shot from 5 attempts.
Hill dishes to Jackson. Pick up by Hill. Jackson passes to Durant. From 10 feet out, it's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one. Lakers leading by 3. Pass to Chapman. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Hill kicks to Durant. Feeds to Nurkic. They set the pick. Jackson setting the pick here for Hill. With some arc. One-on-one fast break. Here's Chapman. And again, it's the Lakers.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
The Kings trail by 7. Hill kicks to Nurkic. It's back to Hill. Nurkic a screen on Lopez. Lopez with the steal. Here's Chapman, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento. And Chris, power forwards today shoot a lot more 3-pointers. If you played today, I think you'd be incredibly effective in that role. How do you think you'd be in that role?
Oh, yeah, I think that that's something I would definitely have fun and relish there. And I did shoot threes a couple of seasons in Washington and was pretty successful at that, but the style of play was just so different then. Big men were asked to stay in the post, and there was a lot more work in the post, a lot more pressure on the big guy to get to the free throw line and wear down the defense. So the whole game was different then. The big man kind of ruled the game. Today it's a point guard's game, and so what's great is I'd have to step out to give the point guard a lot more room to drive, to take a shot blocker away, or because there aren't any shot blockers. And so I definitely would love to hang out in that corner and shoot that easy 3 or at the top after a pick and roll and pop right back. That would have been a lot of fun. Plus it would give you freedom, because when you can shoot that Jimmy like that and you got a nice little jump shot, it allows that pump fake to work all day. So I would have pump faked a lot from that 3-point line and dunked on a lot of people. So that would have been fun to have that freedom as they do today. Just like it's fun watching these young guys let it fly from that 3-point line.
Now, here's Fox. It's stolen. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Stevenson. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Stevenson's got 9.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. You have to like what we're seeing from the captain.
Oh, he's tearing them to shreds, and I'm sure the only thing they're talking about in this timeout is what to do about him.
And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Lakers number 1.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't happy.
Now, here's ball. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And Cauley Stein over to help. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. He kicks it to Fox. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him. Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Now Jackson. 9 points in the game so far. And they get it. Fox, no good.
He showed some true grit there, battling through the defense, but they were ready for him all the way there.
Here's Chapman. Stevenson outside. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Six on the shot clock. He feeds it to Ball. Shoots over Fox. And the Lakers get it back. Dishes to Ball. Traps in the tray. Ball's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Fox kicks to Cauley Stein. Randolph a screen. Back to Cauley Stein. Now, here's Fox. Defense right on him. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. And it's Ingram missing.
Defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
And Fox has it in the corner. Durant with it. Now guarded by Chapman. Back to Durant. Cauley Stein, a screen. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Jackson. Durant's got 17.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole here.
There's a good screen. There's the pass to Chapman. Doubled by Fox. Here's Zubac. Cauley Stein grabs the board. The Kings trail by 11. Now, here's Fox. Outside Randolph. Again, Sacramento.
More than comfortable operating from mid-range. Easy money for Randolph.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game. And I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Checked in for Sacramento. And the Lakers make it. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. George Hill out there with Jackson. Then it's Ilyasova. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Durant in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now, here's Ball. Hands a screen on Hill. with it. Hill's there. Ball, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And Ilyasova kicks to Jackson. Screen by Nurkic. The dish to Hill. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 6 assists in the game. Lakers leading by 4. And here is Ball to the middle. Here's Nance on the money from 12 feet away.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Well, yeah, you want to save your best for last. The guys on these teams know that.
Now, here is Hill. Back to Sacramento moving it around. 6 to shoot. Outside Hill. It's tipped. Ball with it. He's against Hill. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, and Ball jumps all over the defense, especially when they give him a lane to the basket. Outstanding at forcing the issue.
Free throw is good. And a pretty unorthodox slingshot shooting form for Lonzo Ball. Greg brings it up on the left side of his face.
Yeah, but he's still got great balance, and the lower body mechanics are perfect. Good wrist action on the follow-through. Sometimes we get caught up so much in the motion to get to the shot. It's about the release point. And when you get there with this guy and the confidence with which he plays, I think it's a non-issue.
Now here's Durant. There's Nurkic. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Wells kicks to Nance. Now the feed to Lopez. Nance a screen. Ball dishes to Lopez. Sacramento grabs the miss. Ilyasova's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Kicks it to Durant. Passes to Jackson. Pass to Nurkic. Over Lopez. Outside for Durant. Sinks the triple. Durant's got 20.
The rhythm and the poise that Durant has in getting ready to catch and shoot is second to none in the league.
Wells with it. Lopez a screen. Here's Ball. Los Angeles with another miss.
Oh, man, you can't get much better look from 3-point range than that one. That just wasn't in rhythm.
That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Hill.
How about George Hill attacking the D and converting inside?
Here's Chapman. The shot. No good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Durant the pass to Hill. Outside Jackson. Now here's Ilyasova. Covered by Chapman. Jackson kicks to Hill. Screen by Nurkic. Jackson from long range. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 6th assist on the night.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Pass to Chapman. Lopez is screen on Durant. Feeds the ball. Here's Chapman, defended by Durant to stop the drought. Chapman, that's good. Chapman's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
But he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's the attitude that he brings and is appreciated by his team.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some
urgency from him there. Sure. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Nance outside. Lopez passes to Chapman. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Chapman's got 12 points in just the second half.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Nurkic setting the pick for Durant. Shot off the screen. Rejected by Chapman. Shoots the three. Here's Nance. Sacramento grabs the miss.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
The kick out to Hill. Fires the three. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot heat.
Here's Chapman. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And here are the Kings now. They're on a 15-6 run. Pick up by Hill. Jackson dishes to Nurkic. He kicks it to Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get the rebound. Nurkic can't hit.
A hand right in his face on the layup. Excellent defense that time in the paint.
Dishes it to Ball. Nance passes to Chapman. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Lopez up and in from the low block. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
There's the screen. Hill kicks to Ilyasova. Here's Nurkic. Another miss by Nurkic.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Now, here is Hill. He dishes it to Nurkic. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And the Kings lead by 1.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Wells dishes the ball. The pass to Chapman. Lopez a screen. Here's Chapman, defended by Durant. Takes the 13-footer. Chapman's shot is off.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Hill kicks to Jackson. Ilyasova a screen. Jackson passes to Durant. Here's Ilyasova, and again it's Sacramento converted. Lakers trail by 3. Here's Chapman. He feeds it to Ball. Nance outside. Here's Chapman, defended by Durant.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Here's Hill. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
And with Hill's length and athleticism, you're almost surprised he doesn't get to the line more often.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
I like the fit of George Hill on this team. He can play either guard spot. Great versatility.
And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 2.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Nance outside. Lopez outside. It's stolen by Hill. Down low. Here's Durant. Got a hand on it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
And that's just a really bad turnover there, especially at this point of the game. Every play matters.
1:24 left in the fourth. Pass to Chapman. The dish to Wells. Lopez is screen on Jackson. Now Wells. Lopez a screen. Here's Ball. And he's good on the 3-ball. Ball's got 10 points in just the second half.
And how about the confidence with which Ball plays? I mean, he just seems so much more comfortable taking and making those big shots. This guy is a flat-out winner.
For 3, Durant frames it from downtown.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
When guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations, give this man his props.
Now here's Wells. Out left to the wing. Pass to Chapman. 5 on the clock. Money! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, the captain.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in to what Dave Yeager went over with his team. He told them, hey guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Now here's Durant. Ilyasova a screen. Durant with it. Now guarded by Chapman. A 3-ball. Misses the 3. Los Angeles calls timeout. Puts it up off the inbound. Chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Sacramento, Durant is out there with Ilyasova. And it's Fox, and there's Jackson, and it's Nurkic in at the 5.
You can't pass up a shot from such short range.
Screen by Nurkic. On deep. Excellent D there from Chapman.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Wells' shot is good.
And you got to admire the inside game of Wells. Terrific at getting room to get that one off.
Fox kicks to Nurkic. shoots from 14. But he gets it back.
They are really crashing the offensive glass, and it's paying off for them.
Nurkic setting the pick for Fox. It's deflected. They recover it. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Nurkic. The Lakers shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Ball to pass to Chapman. The feed to Lopez. 6 to shoot. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Jackson kicks to Nurkic. Ilyasova a screen. It's good. 9 points for De'Aaron Fox.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Now here's Nance over Ilyasova. Misses off the right iron. Outside Jackson. Nurkic setting the pick for Jackson. Outside for Durant. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Durant's got 26 points. Stolen by Jackson.
How would he press twice and do that? Oh.
Kicks to Durant. We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. Oh, good with the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Chapman. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's on Kevin Durant. And the Kings making a change here. Randolph is checked in. Free throw good from Chapman. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
When the score is close, you want this guy on the line.
Fox gets to Jackson. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. And he banks in the layup. He's got 20.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Pass to Chapman. He gets it in there. Chapman's got 42 in the game.
He's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
Fox kicks to Nurkic. Here's Randolph. He can't hit that time. Excellent D there from Chapman. For Los Angeles, they've gone a stellar 4 of 5 from the floor since the start of overtime. And the shot by Wells, no good. The Kings trailing. And off kicks to Fox. Here's Ilyasova. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Lopez. Out to the right wing. Wells wide open. Hits it from 3-point range. Wells has got 20 points.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
And here is Ilyasova. Lakers have gotten things started superbly in overtime, hitting 5 of the first 7 shots. Here's Chapman. He's covered by Randolph. Chapman to pass the ball. Nance. Money!
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're down by 4. 34 seconds left in the first overtime. Dishes to Nurkic. Jackson kicks to Randall. From 13, Ball with the rebound. The Lakers on offense. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're trailing by 6. 19 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Guys, what's your take?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Anything's possible, but they're going to have to be perfect the rest of the way just to even have a chance.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Shooting for Los Angeles. Chapman. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
Rondo kicks to Reed. Trifecta! So Los Angeles takes the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in wreckage. You know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Oak, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long.
Great game, DJ.
Thanks.
Listen, the guys in the studio want to talk to you.
Okay, let's do it.
Right this way.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet here. Standing by on headset near the locker rooms, right down the hall, around the corner, we get a chance to catch up with our post-game guest.
What's up? It's Kenny the Jet. Congrats. Great win tonight. Tough overtime battle. Now, what made you guys look so in control during that overtime?
You know, Kenny, I think this team could be very dangerous when our backs are against the wall. You know, ideally, we knew that we should have closed out the game before it got to overtime. But, you know, once we were in there, we trusted each other, and we stuck to the game plan. And fortunately, it translated to a win.
Good job tonight. Good win.
Thank you.
And, folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always our pleasure, although sometimes it's yours as well. For Kenny the Jet and Shaquille, Ernie Johnson, have a great night.